But first tonight, as car manufacturing winds down in this state, the industry has been hemorrhaging jobs, with another 1,200 positions to go when Holden closes in October. Now, the government's doing all it can to fill the void, and tonight we reveal the Port Adelaide Football Club's grand plan to help our struggling workers. Paul Macon has the exclusive details.
Our mission is to win premierships and make our community proud.
Having to start from the bottom and work your way up again, it's a scary thought.
There's always light at the end of the tunnel.
And it's not always a train.
All of us South Australians, we have to think like goers.
If sport teaches anything, it's the power to overcome adversity.
It is tough, particularly when the decision's not yours to be made. It's made from overseas, and I reckon that's the really tough thing.
Minister for Automotive Transformation, Kayam Ma, reckons they are driving the future.
Helps auto supply chain workers with career advice, with preparing CVs, subsidising training for new roles.
But the Port Adelaide Football Club is powering up the process by linking into that scheme and more.
The program being run by Port Adelaide really helps people with the challenges that they're facing in their lives.
All of us have had to go through change. Even our elite footballers have gone through enormous change, faced pressure, have had to pivot, do new things.
Players like Paddy Ryder, who had to ride out the Essendon drugs scandal. A year on the sidelines took its toll.
There was days when, you know, didn't want to do anything, wanted to isolate myself.
Another to cop challenges is Matthew Lobey. Injuries have dogged his football career.
I've sort of been in and out during my career, the last 10 years, and there's been a mix of frustration and disappointment, and also just getting back to being positive and focusing on what I can do.
So on the road workshops have been rolled out.
We can't pretend to understand what you're going through, but as a club we can sort of try and share some messages that you might be able to connect with.
Present yourself as well as you possibly can, physically, mentally, and also with a revamped resume.
You know, instead of dwelling on losing their jobs, try to get something out of it and go forward.
The future's closing here. The doors are going to open somewhere else.
I know it's going to be hard. You'll have days where you're feeling down, but the days that I did wake up and feel positive, I got a lot out of, and that's what kept me going. And in the end, that's why I was able to get back into football.
I think it's a great opportunity to, evolve.
Sabina Barakina is still working in the automotive industry, but her company will downsize.
That's just the nature of how manufacturing is going here in South Australia.
Now she's studying for a job that fits her future goals.
Teaching English as a second language.
And you can do that anywhere in the world.
I absolutely can do that anywhere in the world.
Steve Kovac has worked in the auto industry for the last 14 years.
Hello, how are you today?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Good, what can I get for you?
His next life, a cafe owner at the Hub Shopping Centre at Aberfoyle Park.
This is completely new to me.
And what do you think of it now you're in it?
Oh, I love it. Love it. It's amazing. It's so rewarding.
And while picking yourself up and dusting yourself off is important, money does make the world go round.
I know I'm on Sunrise and everyone sees me as a breakfast show host, but in my heart I'm a finance nerd, Paul. Always have been, always will be. That's where I started.
Koshi's video classes in the workshops help workers handle that redundancy cash.
That payout could set you up for life if you look after it properly.
I'd like to be able to make informed decisions to set myself up.
And there are many in the business world ready to help auto workers move on.
Minda employs 1,700 people, and we played a great role when Mitsubishi closed, and we have a number of their workers retrained and working with us now and loving their jobs.
This is not about carers. Minda's CEO, Kathy Miller, says the time is right to find a myriad of lucrative jobs in the disability sector.
We have to find, for the whole sector, we have to find 6,000 additional workers in the next 2 years to meet the demands of the National Disability Insurance Scheme rollout.
All in all, a game changer, giving the power back to the people.
We want to get a job for every automotive worker who's on the market. We want them to be the tonic for South Australia, to be, if you like, the inspiration for other South Australians to say, we can go from one industry to another, and we believe in ourselves. We're a bunch of goers, and we're going to kick some goals.